Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Rosen on first down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line. Set the tone.
Play action here with Rosen. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And now it's Rosen looking. And this one complete to Reed. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Rosen looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Denzel Perryman able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second down, it's Drake. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Open man is Switzer complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, McCoy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, McCoy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And some room to maneuver. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags, and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Rush in. 80. Rush in.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Denzel Perryman in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. McCoy looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Rosen, eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Check 3, check 3. Corner.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
3 down. Bang.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Looking long for his tight end read. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. McCoy. Complete to Washington. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Drake. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Ready? 44 to Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out. 44. Let's go. 44. Hey, check out.
Operating from the gun. McCoy. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Running, it's Drake. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4 down,
and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Rosen will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now McCoy. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. It's a short kick, taken at the 15.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, second and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. They stay on the ground with Drake. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, McCoy. And he comes back with one complete. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
On first down, Drake. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13, McCoy. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, McCoy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And he hits Drake. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Just like that. Watch the end. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
A quick throw into the hands of Switzer. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Rosen to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Watch twist. Check 13. Check 13.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Alert. Check 37.
Rosen off the play action. Rolling to his right. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Denzel Perryman. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Right, 52, right, 52. I got you. Right. Switch.
Washington's got it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Watch the run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. McCoy, his throw incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Counter play, Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rosen. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hard. Here we go. Slam. Check 59.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Well, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Off play action. McCoy. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 44, Rosen. He gets this one to Boyd. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Dancing to his left. And this one complete to Reed. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Check. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Monday. Hey, switch gears. Pilot, 64, weak. What do you got?
On third down, Rosen. Jordan Reed has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Middle.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Denzel Perryman make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and goal, Rosen. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 29, McCoy. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's McCoy. Able to find Switzer. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down. McCoy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing on third and long. McCoy. But it's brought in by Washington. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really
hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get.